Yeah, my sister, what's up? I got something on my mind and I'm ready to buck. Cause these games that these people play, the Pope's supposed to protect and serve, but they killing brothers right away. Freeze, then they pop. That's why I don't stop another ounce.
It's funny that how the way the generation has changed in a decade. The way everything, how people have become ruthless. You know, these kids don't care. You know, they don't care about anybody. All they want to do is have their way. You know, whatever gets in their way, where they like, if I can't beat it, I'll kill it. You know, that's how they living now, and it's, you know, it's just like that.
So you say your music is trying to keep people from falling in those traps. Do you think rap music, the messages behind rap music can really influence the audience?
Yeah, because a lot of people be really listening.
What's your opinion why the gunshots is being? Tell me your opinion, man.
Well, I tell you, I already told you. If it's up to me, I wouldn't put it up there. Because I don't want it in, period.
You don't want the gunshots in the period?
Nah, I don't want the gunshots in there because then, you know, that's inspiring the kids, you know what I'm saying? The gunshots.
Well, but now you you gotta listen to what he's saying though. He said if you caught slipping, you go straight to hell, right? So if you get caught slipping, you gonna get blasted out here. Cause fools nowadays ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? They ain't playing nowadays, man.
I think it's like any kind of, you know, really tricky issue. It's like there's parts of both of the arguments that are seem true, that seem valid to me, and seem valid to a lot of others. The religious right say, you know, that it's very clear that rap videos create violence, and I don't know where they get the evidence that there's a very clear connection, because it seems to me that it's not just like 1, 2, 3.
My sense is that rap music is a reflection of realities on the street, and is less of a driving force in recreating those realities. Because frankly, you know, if we get down to the nuts and bolts of it, what I see it as the multi-billion-dollar drug economy as sort of the central thing dynamizing violence on the street. And also, more subtly, that sense of rejection that youth get growing up in the inner city from mainstream society. That their accent isn't right, that the color of their skin isn't right, that their definitions of masculinity and femininity aren't right, and that they don't have the concrete skills that are necessary to succeed in the office place economy that now runs the United States.
How do you think the songs that you make, the words that you use in your songs, how do you think it affects the young people that listen to your music?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything negative about it. I haven't seen any proof.
And I'm not blaming rap music for anything. I'm just saying that people do blame rap music. So to me, I know that people have to make their own decisions about what they're going to do. And I do believe that the parents are totally responsible for what their children listen to. Right. Even though you are not around your child all day long. So, I mean, you know, they can go down the street and buy a video and go to Bobby Sue's house and they're going to hear it.
But you know what it is? It's like this. It's like rap is an expression of life. It's a lifestyle that's out there. And without rap, the lifestyle would still be there.
Right.
And really what you're doing as a parent, maybe we're like letting the parents say, yeah, this is how kids talk on the street. We're not making this talk up. This is the lingo that's on the street. This is what if you don't allow your kid to listen to rap, without rap, this is the lifestyle, this is the mentality of the streets at this day. Back in the days, rock and roll was gonna drive us all crazy. Right. It was rock. Now rap is the popular thing. And 10 years from now, it won't be rap, it'll be some other music. Right. That is the problem. The problem is social conditions and people lacking hope and deciding that there's only one way to get over, and that's the streets. We don't motivate that, we just speak on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, don't kill the messenger for the message.
I wouldn't call it a gangster imagery. I just think now the images, you know, well, you know, I got this amount of G's and this amount of keys and this amount of cars and this amount of hoes, and that's the image that's being pushed now.
I know you ain't no square. No. It's funny, like in the back of my book, right? In my book, it has like this thing I call the Pimptionary, where it has all the different words, like the slangs, and then it has square, and it's a square, someone with no street smarts, and that's an example. You need this Pimptionary because you're a square. But you need this. That's why you need this. You don't know what these words mean.
In the guts and Frisco, I'm underground with my shit. Players get paid and hoes stay on the tip. 1, 2, 1, 2, that equals 6. You have to keep the perpetrators about your mix. Slinging the coat like a motherfucking slingshot. It's a way of life, man. I don't think I'll ever stop. Start to finish and then back again. Fucking with a man's wife is a sin, but that's my profession, that's what I'm best at. If you didn't know, I consider myself a Mac. Fucking with deck in my pocket to stay in fat. I gotta take 9 short, watching out for the Jack McRibs. The name 415 is the function. I'm the type of brother that's always into something. There ain't no need for black eyes in the game. All the big Macs had a turn, now's my time to wear. If I come close, they ain't nothing but bitches. If you want to talk too much, ain't nothing but snitches. Fucking around with me, I might get pistol whipped. So all my homies with the Hennessy, tilt it up and take a sip. I'm on the rise, I can never get shit. Got my Mac and ass, fucking ass soldier from the 6. And I'm standing cuts of Frisco. You ask me how I ever paid a hoe? Hell no, I never could in the 9 O's. I just reverse that shit and get paid by you hoes in the cuts of Frisco.
I had a song called Ugly Bitches. And I wrote the song because my homeboy was messing with a girl. Not only what made her ugly was not her physical appearance. It was just she was ugly. She had an ugly attitude. She was just ugly. And I was like, oh, your girl's just ugly. The homies just talked about this girl so bad one night that it just made me have to write a song about it. And I didn't mean that to disrespect women or nothing. The song was about her, but people wouldn't know that. I had to make the song, just, you know, I had to make a well-rounded song, so I wrote it.
I don't feel nothing, no word degrades nobody. Because can't nobody say nothing to me and I'm going to feel lesser than myself. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. So if you're a bitch, you're a slut, just figure of speech, take it. Because some people are. So we don't know. We just call it off top.
We grew up coming out of Oakland with Too Short. You know, we're older and we was around when he started. The word doesn't really affect us.
Yeah, I mean, that word has been around for centuries, bitch and hoe, and unfortunately, some people, that word applies to them, you know, in a certain way. A bitch could be a woman that wants something out of life and is really a stern woman, you know what I'm saying? Or that's what, I mean, so that word, women, I think us women have took the power out of that word, bitch or hoe.
Every now and then I run across a crazy, crazy fool that I'll be like, nigga, you better get out of my face and quit playing with me because I don't need to be disrespected. Go bother somebody else. Every now and then I have to run across that. But after doing this for so long, you learn where to be at and when you go, who to go with so that you can kind of eliminate some of them problems.
In a way, it's almost empowering for a girl to be called a girl and to say, okay, fine, I'm a girl. Now what you gonna do? Now you still gotta deal with me and now you're gonna find out what the consequences of it are. It's one thing when you differentiate that and make it empowering. It's another thing when you use it to degrade yourself.
As a mother and as a woman, I've had issues with words my whole life. I'm very affected by words. The sticks and stones, words never hurt you, doesn't apply to me. I think words have done some of the most damaging things to my self-esteem. So I can only speak for myself. I think it's critical that people speak out and help change language and help change the way we talk and communicate with each other. I think
if you hear bitch or whatever enough, you become desensitized towards, oh, okay, no problem. Did you hear what she said? Yeah, well, I hear that all the time. So I mean, if you use that analogy, you can see where it can kind of desensitize you to something else. Well, oh, he slapped her or he threw her down or something like, oh, well, you know, that happens all the time. You know, OJ did it. You know, he got off.